Before you go on to the interview, I just want to tell, me and Dan and Anthony did a podcast on the SEAPonyCon YouTube channel, so it could be great if you could check out on SEAPonyCon's YouTube channel, on checking out our podcast, and it's around 50 minutes, an hour, I guess around that time, where we answer some Q&As and discuss some things. Yes, that's all that I want to say, and enjoy the interview. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another PT Interviews. In today's episode, you'll probably know this man from his duties in the Asian part of, well, MLP Bronies community. If you know him, yeah, so that means you live around Asia, or at least meet him in BronyCon. Yes, he's Daniel Saint Pinkie Anthony. How are you doing today, man?
Hey, I'm okay. How are you?
I am fine, thank you too. Right, so we're gonna start the MLP questions as usual. What led you to MLP?
Oh wow, that is a very long story. Because I used to be a fan of the Care Bears a long time ago.
Right,
that long?
right,
It was
yeah.
2010,
Oh,
and
that's a long time ago.
I was oblivious to MLP when it launched. I had no idea that it was out there. And then Care Bears was over by then already. You know, they finished their three movies, I think, and 2 seasons. It was all done and all over. And by the time I finished everything, I found myself just rewatching the same episodes again and again because, you know, it had the similar characteristics of MLP. You know how Care Bears had their belly but badges, and MLP they have cutie marks. So I was looking around for stuff, and I'm a huge fan of this thing called YouTube poop.
Oh,
I
yeah,
watch a
YTP, yeah.
lot of it. Yeah,
YTP.
and yes. So I was watching some YouTube poop one day, and I came across this scene that had the Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash with the louder scene.
Right, that one.
And I was wondering, God, this looks interesting. Where is this from? And I decided to search up a bit more, and then when I found MLP, I realized, gosh, this is so many similarities to Care Bears. I might like this. And unlike a lot of bronies to go through the whole 5 stages of being a brony thing, I was hooked from my first episode.
Yeah, same. Like, I literally finished my first, I joined the fandom on 2015, and then it's when the Slice of Life episode, season 5 episode 13, I started watching in season 1, and then I watched the whole episode from season 1 to season 5.5 in 2 weeks.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
when I started, it was just after season 1 finished. That's when I joined the fandom.
Right, okay. Right, second question. What do you think is the biggest influencer that led to the making of what you are doing right now?
Well, in what context? Like
Yeah, what motivated you to start and lead a lot of MLP conventions?
I really like the idea of people coming together over something, because you see, when I heard about BronyCon, even before I was a brony, I really wanted to get into some things that get people together, getting involved in my local community and stuff. But it was difficult because it was hard to find some common ground for people, especially in this part of the world where we disagree over so many things. So when I heard about BronyCon and how it riled up so many people together in one building, I thought about what if we have something similar over here. And I attended Comic Fiesta in Kuala Lumpur after I joined the Malaysian Brony Society when they had their meetup over there, and I had a lot of fun. It was a huge event. And then it was not an easy road. It's been quite a journey. The first pony convention I was involved in was Canterlot University Singapore. Canterlot University Reloaded
2015?
Singapore. Yeah, I think it was 2015. No, it was 2014.
Oh,
yeah.
so it's when it first started.
Yeah, it was when it first started. It was in 2014. The planning started in 2013, and
wow.
But prior to that, we had a few times when we tried to organize pony conventions in Malaysia, and a lot of times it actually just failed and fell flat because it's not easy. It's very difficult, but at the same time, the idea here is you don't look at failure as the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success. You learn from your mistakes, and eventually that's how we finally got Canterlot University Reloaded on the ground, it was such a rocky journey. It was such a bumpy journey, but
But like,
it was well worth it.
do you think you have succeeded in your goal?
Well, I wouldn't say I have succeeded yet, but I am definitely, pushing forward to succeed in what I want to do. And that transcends even this fandom. That's why when I do things, I want them to last beyond this fandom. Like,
Ah, right, right.
5, 10 years time when MLP is a thing of the past, I want to be able to look back at this and the friendships and whatever I've made and not just let it die there with it.
Mm-hmm. Understandable, I guess. Right, the third question. Do you consider yourself as a person that has made more people know about the fandom?
I used to be the obnoxious fandom evangelist, but I'm not that anymore. Yes, I was for a while, kind of like, yeah, people should know more about this fandom, and I am responsible for about a few people getting into the show, but otherwise, not really. Just a tiny handful, and most of them among them just my friends.
Ah, right, okay. Right, the fourth question. If MLP did not exist, where do you think you'll be now, and will it be better for your life or worse?
That is a very difficult question to answer because I when I presented at VAX Visual Art Expo in Kuala Lumpur in 2015, I was talking about how fandoms are in Asia and fandoms are in the US, and how in the US there are a lot of people who treat MLP as a primary fandom. That means they're a fan of MLP and they'll do things about it. While
Mm-hmm.
in Asia, MLP is a subset fandom, meaning that some people here who are fans of MLP don't consider themselves big fans. They're just MLP is one of the 30, 40 shows I watch, one of the 50, 60 comics I read, and one of the 10, 20 games I play. So
Uh-huh.
the thing is that MLP is the first time I engaged completely in a fandom, and if I didn't, the only other show that I really watch on TV was Breaking Bad, and that's over.
Yeah. I actually like.
So I have no
Yeah.
idea where I would be if it weren't for MLP. To be honest, it's not saying that it's a bad thing, but I have dedicated a lot of time in my life towards this. Most of my friends now are among bronies from the fandom, so that's the thing that I value very much. If I didn't have
Mhm.
the same friends that I have right now, I'll probably be much more socially awkward.
And like, do you think your efforts that you just said earlier, like, do you think it's worth it? All this time and all this effort?
Yeah, people have asked me this, like, why are you doing pony conventions if you don't get paid, if you don't get money from it? And just to clear up a doubt here, pony conventions are not a money making thing. Unless you're really big scale like those in the US,
Yeah,
any
like,
pony convention outside of the US is pretty much, you're not going to make any money from it.
yeah, it's like a small one, a small convention.
Yeah, it's not so much the size, it's just, the operations, the cost, a lot of things go into the equation, and even if you make money, you're gonna lose a lot of time. You're gonna lose a lot of energies. It's a hell of an investment. It's a lot of things to do. And if you ask me if it pays off, I have said this. I believe that it pays off in the smiles that I see at the event. Just like how we said at the Friendship Express in 2015, that we could have easily taken all the money and energy and effort that we put into this convention. We could have just said among the 4 or 5 of us who are running the event, say, hey, let's just take this money. Let's all go to BronyCon and let's go have a good time. But if we do that, just it will be just the 5 of us having fun. But if we took the same resources, plow it into running a convention for our friends and our fandom and those beyond it, because the Friendship Express was open to the public, we could let 100 people have fun for the same amount of money, and that's the path we chose, and
Mm.
that's paid off for us.
Yeah, I have to agree. All right. So and then last question for the yeah, the MLP related question. What plans do you have for probably like Asian convention in the coming years and weeks?
I'm sure a lot of you would have heard of Project SEAPonyCon. That is the biggest project that is running right now. It is
Mm-hmm.
happening from 19 to 20 August 2017 in Bangkok, Thailand. This is going to be Southeast Asia's most anticipated pony convention. Bronies around this region have been talking about it for years, and the reason being, the journey started in 2012. In fact, I was approached in 2013 by Buckweiser from the Philippines, who brought out the idea and said, hey, let's do a SeaPonyCon thing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no thank you. But I the idea never went away. It was still in my head for so long. The idea actually came out in 2012. It's just in 2013 they got personal and started personally messaging people about it. In 2012 it was just floating around, and over the next few years we realized that okay, fine, if we want to get something like this running, we need to get this whole region ready for it. That's why we've had pony conventions. We've had so many pony conventions in Southeast Asia. We've had
Yeah,
12 so far
yeah,
already.
12 now.
So we realize, yes, we're ready, and we're going to step up our game, move things up, and we're going to bring the pony convention experience to Southeast Asia. And it's going to be a convergence of a lot of brony projects that happen in the region. First of all, we're working with Crystal Empire Records, which is the record label. If you've heard of Balloon Party, if you heard of Ponies at Dawn, Southeast Asia has an equivalent that, it doesn't perform as lively as those in the West, because once again, our fandom is significantly smaller here. But
Yeah.
we have musicians who pump out really good music, and we want to give them a stage to shine. And Project SEAPonyCon will also be a platform for them. We're looking at working with people like the MBS Show, which is well on its way to becoming the world's longest running brony podcast, which broadcasts out of Johor Bahru in Malaysia.
Yeah.
And not only that, Project SEAPonyCon is going to, how we organize this, we look through the itineraries, the list of things that happen in each country in the region during their brony events. We take best out of those and we put them together to form a super convention full of the best that Southeast Asia has to offer.
Well, okay, alright. So I'm gonna if you live in Asia right now, and you haven't heard of this, check out their YouTube under the description below, and also their page, and also in the I don't know, probably by now if I've posted this, there's gonna be a video on me on the SEAPonyCon. So yeah, you better check that out.
On that note, actually, it's not just for people in Asia. The philosophy of Project SEAPonyCon is that it's not
everyone.
Just a convention. No, it's not just a convention for Southeast Asia. It's a convention by Southeast Asia. So if you're anywhere in the world and you're like, there are bronies in Asia and I want to see what they're doing, I want to see what they're up to, this is where you're gonna see it. We want to bring the best of Southeast Asia together in an event. So if you're there, you're gonna be seeing, brony projects from all over the region and the best of this region, what they have to offer. So it's like the feeling we want to have is how we here in Asia look at BronyCon and Everfree Northwest and all these kind of Western conventions and say, oh, wow, I wish I could be there. We want to have the same feeling that someone in that side of the world says, oh my god, there are bronies in Asia, I wish I could be there and see what's going on there as well.
Yeah, so to everyone, so again, okay, I'm gonna put a note again to everyone that is seeing this interview right now. You can go ahead on their website and then look at this spreadsheet where you could actually technically calculate the cost of going to the convention. Now, is that right, man?
Yeah, we have savings charts. But fair warning, these were drafted in August 2016. So these are just for reference purposes only, because we can't guarantee or promise that all the information on these are correct. But what happens is that we've created these charts for 30 cities across the world. We're looking at cities from Jakarta to Kuala Lumpur to Bandar Seri Begawan, Manila, Singapore, all the way across from Prague to London to New York. And what we've done is that we've calculated how much it would cost for an average person to attend Project SEAPonyCon at bare minimum. So if you take a look at a website, it's actually seaponycon.com/savings-charts.html. I could try to simplify that, but
yeah, I was gonna tell everyone, everyone check down the description below, and as I said earlier, check out their website.
We've even taken the liberty of putting it in your national currency. So if you want to have an idea how much it would cost you to attend the convention, these are generous estimates. We cover 5 things on each card: lodging, food, airfare, transport, and admission. So you have all, everything that goes into a convention. We're not talking about just flights. We're talking about everything that goes into a convention, how much you will need to complete the entire journey to SEAPonyCon and to Project SEAPonyCon and back. So if you look at a card, for instance, under the airfare, it actually states the flight numbers that we've identified that would cost around how much we've cited there. Once again, this is only an estimate, and the prices could be different, but one thing that we're sure about is the admission price that we've cited on these tickets were back when we promised that the admission would be below 40 US dollars. Admission is now 1,000 Thai baht, which is 28 US dollars, which is well within our promise. And if you're listening to this right now, most likely the Friendship Without Borders campaign is still going on. We're offering 10% off 200 basic tickets. That means just you can get into Project SEAPonyCon for just 900 Thai baht.
Okay, sounds great. As I said already, check out their website below and then you can learn more. Right, let's continue on with our interview with random questions. Right,
Oh, sure.
so in school and college days, what sort of person would you describe yourself as?
Socially awkward.
Like,
It's no surprise I was really socially awkward back in school and college. The thing is that in high school I was surrounded by socially awkward people, so it wasn't that bad. But in university it was a different story.
right, like, are you like very quiet?
Oh no, I make a lot of noise. I can't shut up.
Uh, Basically me. No, literally.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean, I'm actually surprised you don't ask who our favorite ponies are.
no, later, it's coming.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait like for a couple of minutes. Like,
Alright, sure.
when you were still a kid, do you ever wish to be famous?
I don't think famous is the right word. I mean, I wanted to be known for what I'm doing, but beyond that, I was more interested in getting what I'm doing known rather than myself. So, like right now, in the case of Project SEAPonyCon, I want people to know about Project SEAPonyCon. They don't need to know about me. I would love them to know about the convention.
Right, okay. Right, now here's the question you just asked earlier. What is your most favorite kind of pony race and tell me the reason?
Favorite kind of pony race? Good God. I want to say Alicorn, but then because my OC's an Alicorn. But if you ask me about the pony race that really reaches out to me is the Pegasus because I love flying, and the Pegasus is kind of like this really adorable embodiment of a love for flying.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, 90 is gonna say the same thing. Anyway, shout out to 92.
Yes.
That's
90's with the Project SEAPonyCon team as well, and he's a great friend and indispensable partner in the project.
Sounds great. Right, on to the fourth question. Do you think you're an open or close-minded person?
I am open. I am open to listening to what other people have in mind, what other people want to do. But then again, I'm open-minded, but doesn't mean I am all accepting though. Like, I mean, I wouldn't reject an idea outright for no reason. I would reject if I reject something. I'll have a damn good reason why. But I would say, yeah, I'm open-minded.
Oh, okay. Do you think yourself as a creative person?
Yeah. I think. I mean, I studied communications. I'm not a technical person. I can't do math to save my life. So yeah, I mean, maybe I'm creative, maybe I'm not, but I'm sure as hell not technical.
Well, I mean, you can explain your job that you are doing right now.
Oh yeah, I work as a journalist and a newscaster at Kini TV, which is under Malaysia Kini, the leading independent news company in Malaysia. And they've given me a lot of creative freedom and opportunities to explore myself, and I'm still exploring myself up to today with them. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities to be creative and learn about myself, and I really do enjoy that part of my life. So yeah, I would say yes, I am a creative person.
Okay, right. On to the final question. Looking back at life now, are you happy with what you are doing right now?
I am happy with what I'm doing right now. I'm just not happy with where I am right now, to be honest.
Right. I can
I mean, not in the sense that I thought that by the time I'm 25 this year, I thought by the time I'm 25 I would be way further on with my life. Then again, that's probably being impractical. I graduated from university when I was 23, so I can't be expecting too much of my own life. In fact, I need to stop watching TV.
Okay. That's last question. Thank you very much for joining, man.
Hey, no problem. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, check out the descriptions. There's gonna be the SEAPonyCon website there, and also the YouTube channel, and I'm probably gonna link every single one that is associated with SEAPonyCon. And
Yeah,
anyways,
we have other social network sites as well. Look up SEAPonyCon on Facebook, Twitter. We're on DeviantArt, and if you have a Discord account, join our Discord server. Just go to discord.seaponycon.com. We made it simple. You don't have to memorize that discord.gg/blah blah blah. So it's easier to remember. Discord.seaponycon.com.
as I said, check the description below. There's gonna be the website there. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode, everyone, and I'll see you later. Bye
See
bye.
you at Project SEAPonyCon.
Yay!